Welcome to episode 26 of the Skincare Teacher Beauty Tip Show. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's been buzzing in the beauty industry, microcurrent and LED masks at home treatments, and do they really work? In this episode, I'll talk about the differences and professional treatments versus at-home devices, how these compare to injectables, and my 30 plus years of experience and knowledge that will help you to make the best choices for your skin. Now, before we begin, have you downloaded my new book yet? If your skin has been affected by the winter and you're looking for ways to get your glow back, grab a copy of my latest ebook, Winter Skin, the Seasonal Skincare Solution. Unlock the secrets to radiant winter skin with expert tips on hydration and key ingredients you need to look out for. Plus, enjoy exclusive free gifts valued at $24.43. Use the code POD20 for an extra 20% off at checkout. Hurry, the offer ends January 31st, 2024. Visit janaelston.com/courses to download your guide today. You will find more details in the show notes. And now, let's talk about microcurrent, LED phototherapy, injectables, and can you do these while you're on prescription vitamin A? Welcome to the Skincare Teacher Beauty Tip Show, brought to you by janaelston.com. In this show, you will discover skincare and beauty tips that absolutely work. I'm Jana Elston, a qualified beauty therapist, skincare educator and blogger, and in this show, I will share my experts' insights into the best beauty treatments that will transform your skin. Tune in each week to learn how to look after your skin and manage skin conditions, including a sensitized skin, acne, aging, or pigmentation. Would anyone have expert advice on microcurrent versus face LED masks, as in dangers if I have Botox around the eyes and the lips, and danger to the eyes from the LED mask? I'm also looking for a way to reduce Botox. I also use Retrieve Cream and Estee Lauder. Thank you very much, Linda, for posting the question in the Facebook group. Actually, quite a few questions there, so we'll have to unpack them one by one. So let's look at microcurrent first. So for those not familiar with what microcurrent is, it is a cosmetic procedure performed in beauty salons and spas by estheticians and beauty therapists. It is a treatment that targets the muscles in the face. So rather than the skin, it actually targets the muscles to tone and firm, therefore giving a lifting effect and helping reduce lines and wrinkles. It is great for reducing wrinkles on the forehead, crow's feet particularly, and I've heard very good things about microcurrent. Now, unfortunately, it's not used in Australia as often in beauty salons and spas. However, overseas, my friends and colleagues overseas are huge on microcurrent. It's used everywhere. Just about every beauty salon and spa or clinic you go to has a microcurrent. So it is a very popular treatment overseas rather than here. Now, I love the fact that it targets the muscle for firming and toning, because everything else we do in beauty salons and spas focuses on the skin, on building collagen for a firmer skin. But as we age, the muscles loosen, so the whole skin shifts, and there is lots of things happening that by doing microcurrent and stimulating the muscles and give them a bit of a workout for tightening and firming, I think would be really beneficial. Now, here's a caveat to that. You tell me you've had Botox. If you've had Botox, which paralyzes muscles, microcurrent won't work. It just won't do anything. So you'll be wasting your money. I don't know if it's dangerous. I don't think so, but I don't think you would see any results, so you're wasting your money. So it would be an alternative once your injectables have run their course, run out, give it 2-3 months, which is usually how long they last, and then you might be giving this a go if you would like to do that. Now, next you asked about LED masks. Now, LED masks or LED treatments in clinics and spas, or some people purchase them for home. Now, here's a little secret that we beauty therapists know. There are some good devices that you purchase for home use, like LED or microcurrent, that work if you use them every day, if you're consistent, and you have to wait longer to see a result. But yes, they do work. The more expensive ones, are more likely to work. The cheaper ones, anything that you purchase online that's really cheap, I would be careful for. You're probably wasting your money. Go with a reputable brand so that you can see the results, and you have to be consistent with it. Now, the professional versions of microcurrent and LED we have in the salons, some of these machines cost up to $100,000, right? They are a lot more intense. The science behind them that actually delivers results. And I'm talking about LED especially. They can be really costly for a business to invest in order to do the treatments. So there is a big difference between $70,000 machine and a $600 home device. Guaranteed. Absolutely. Just the technology that they put into it is different, right? So you're going to get better results in the salons, obviously. However, in those cases where you can't make it to a salon and you're prepared to do the work at home every day, then yeah, absolutely. And actually, in addition to having professional treatments, these devices can be very helpful. Let me just quickly jump back to microcurrent because I've just remembered something. Microcurrent uses electrical current, right, through your body. So there are some people who can't have the treatment. For example, if you're pregnant, if you have metal implants, pacemaker, and things like that. So if you go into a beauty clinic and spa, they will do a consultation and they will determine whether you can or can't have the treatment. You shouldn't be doing the treatments if you had injectables recently, particularly fillers, okay, because it is a massage technique. They will be using probes to massage over the skin, and it will affect your fillers, especially if you've done it within 6-week period after you've had your filler done. And exercise works the Botox and the fillers out of the system faster, right? And they tell you that when you go and see your doctor or your injectable nurse, and they tell you that some people's injectables run out faster than others, depending on how often you move and contract your muscles and so on. And microcurrent is a form of exercise. It's a tiny, tiny little contractions that cause to the muscles to stimulate them and to hope to tighten them. So if you're having that, perhaps it's not a good idea to be doing microcurrent. Well, actually, it's a contraindication, so I wouldn't recommend it. Now, let's talk about LED. LED is, some people call it the cold laser. It's technically not, but it's a good way for people who are not very tech savvy to help to understand how it works. So, you know how we have laser treatments that help to rejuvenate the skin or target hair for hair reduction. There is LED, it's light therapy, so it's light penetrating through the skin that has an effect in the skin. Now, light LED mainly works in the epidermis and dermis, the skin itself, and it targets the cells that stimulate collagen production for that plumping effect. And that's what most people say right after the treatment. They have a real plumping effect, a radiance to the skin. It stimulates metabolic activity, stimulates circulation. So you'll have blood flow. So you have a really radiant, glowing skin. But long term, if you do the treatments regularly, then it can help stimulate collagen elastin and help to tighten and help reduce lines and wrinkles. I've seen fabulous results on damaged skin with scarring. The LED, particularly with my daughter post-acne, she was doing LED and it was absolutely fabulous to help her scarring heal a lot faster than it would. It actually went a long way to help her recover from acne. So definitely LED is something to look at, and it's a great treatment. Again, in beauty salons and spas, you need to speak to your beauty therapist. Really, there's not too many contraindications with LED, except skin cancers, of course. You've got to be cautious. But other than that, pretty much anybody can have LED done. It's safe, it's non-invasive, there is no downtime. And often beauty therapists will include it with a facial. You can have it as a standalone treatment or as an add-on to a facial. When it's add-on to a facial, it just enhances the facial results. If it's a standalone, you would normally have to do a course of treatments to see good results. Now, with both microcurrent and LED, you have to do a course of treatments to see good results. However, the results can last a lot longer than your injectables. And in fact, if you're looking after your skin condition for the long term, you will see that your skin will be in better condition for the long term, whether you're doing microcurrent, LED, facials, peels, etc. Right? In fact, if you're wanting to treat wrinkles, aging specifically, as you're concerned with, Linda, then a multi-pronged approach is best. So me, for example, during wintertime, I tend to do a course of peels. I do it over winter because it's kinder to my skin. And it's a great skin rejuvenating, resurfacing that will help to brighten, smooth out the wrinkles, and just generally rejuvenate the skin. So I would do a course of peels over winter. During summer periods, I prefer to do hydrating facials and antioxidant facials and peptide facials. I prefer the more natural approach to anti-aging. And I love to go in, and it's my time, it's my wellness that I'm looking after, helping to reduce stress levels. It's the facial treatments. To me, I look at, I'm not only treating my skin, but I'm also looking after myself. So that's me. It's painless, it's no downtime, and your skin looks fabulous straight away. I mean, literally, you could go out on a hot date the same night after a treatment like that. So that's what I would recommend, a multi-pronged approach, especially, as you said, you were looking for ways to get away from the injectables and looking at alternatives, and that is what I would recommend. Regular facials, perhaps a course of peels over wintertime. I prefer lactic peel. I love lactic peels because they're great on wrinkles and dehydration. Definitely a microcurrent if you're starting to see sagging in your skin, perhaps including that in your monthly facials. Or if you want to target a specific area, doing a course of treatments. LED is fantastic. And you will see some clinics and spas can actually do like a customized package for you, where you have a facial where they do the deep cleansing, exfoliation, and intensive nourishment of the skin. They'll do a microcurrent and they'll finish off with the LED. I mean, that's amazing as an approach for beautiful skin and managing your aging long term. And it's sustainable. It's not as expensive. Well, in my opinion, it's not as expensive as injectables. And the thing is with injectables, well, again, my opinion is if you just do injectables and don't look after your skin, you will see that difference. I've seen people, skin condition was poor, yet they had no wrinkles, but the skin looked old, right? They had pigmentation, they had rosacea, the pores were open. They had no wrinkles, that's fine, but the skin looked mature and old. So really the best approach is, if you are still going down the road and you prefer to do the injectables, do look after your skin at home. That's my advice. And my advice is based on the results I've seen with people, right? I've been working as a beauty therapist since the mid-90s. So I've been in this game for a long time, and I see what works and what doesn't, right? So let me come back to answer your other question, if LED is dangerous for the eyes, right? So we talked about microcurrent was dangerous. Like I said, there is certain conditions that people have that can't have it. So you need to speak to your beauty therapist, pregnancy, metal implants, pacemakers, and so on. So you definitely wouldn't be doing microcurrent. Now with LED, when you're having a professional treatment, they always put goggles to protect your eyes, just like with laser treatments. So you have to protect your eyes. Never, ever put the LED directly over the eyes. Remember, LED penetrates through the skin, right? And your eyelids are super, super thin. So LED potentially could penetrate those eyelids into your eyes and could potentially cause damage. So you must wear goggles and just don't have that device anywhere near the eyes. When you're having a professional treatment, they'll always put our goggles on anyhow. So I think I've answered all your questions. You mentioned that you're using Retrieve. Now, for those people not familiar with it, it is a prescription form of vitamin A for skin rejuvenation. So when you're using this kind of cream, it can make your skin super thin, super sensitive. So you have to be careful with professional treatments or any treatments at home. I mentioned peels, like AHA peels. You couldn't do that if you're on this cream. You couldn't do microdermabrasion. You couldn't do skin needling. You couldn't do laser treatments. LED, microcurrent, I'm not sure even if you could do those treatments, because the cream, it depends how strong it is and what stage your skin is. But generally, people using this cream, the skin gets very thin, photosensitized, so LEDs out. So when you go outside, the doctor tells you must wear a sunscreen at all times, otherwise your skin could burn easily, a lot more easier than people who don't use the cream. You have to be a lot more careful with cosmeceutical ingredients and intensive professional treatments when you're on a prescription medication. If you're ever unsure, you need to consult with your doctor. You need to check with them whether you can go ahead with certain treatments. And to be honest, if you go to a doctor and say to them, can I have microcurrent treatment? And you go, what is that? They don't know. So what you need to do is collect as much as information as possible. So if you're going to a beauty therapist, ask them for the technical data on the microcurrent machine, what current they're using, and what are the side effects and so on, so that you can take that information to the doctor to discuss with them and to see whether it would interact with your medication. And also LEDs out, obviously, because your skin will be photosensitive. It's not UV in LED, it's LED, but still it's intense light, and just erring on the side of caution, I would say it would be a no. So while you're using the cream, I would say be careful, get your facts, consult with your doctor. Once you get off this medication, and did you know you have to wait at least a year before you do anything with your skin, because it takes that long for that medication to work out of your system. So you would have to wait quite a long time before you could do anything active on your skin in beauty clinics, salons and spas, or even at home, right? So I hope that helps. Linda, you could go into clinic or spa and have facial treatments, as long as they're not using any raw, strong actives like retinols or AHAs. I work with a brand and I could quite confidently do a facial treatment on your skin. That in itself will help to improve the condition of your skin. So not all is lost. You can still have professional treatments. You just got to be very careful which ones. If anybody has any other questions or you'd like to add to this conversation, please pop it in the comments below.
And now let's have a quick chat about the best peels for winter skin. Peels are one of the best ways to rejuvenate your skin and get rid of fine lines, acne scars, pigmentation, and other skin imperfections. Winter is the best time to do skin rejuvenating peels. So what are the best peels for your skin? The best peels depend on your skin type and needs. Here are some of the most common type of peels. Enzyme peels. These are great for all skin types, especially delicate or sensitive skin. Enzyme peels help to digest dead cell buildup, help decongest the pores, soften the skin, and bring back the glow. Lactic peels are great for most skin types, especially dry and dehydrated skin. Lactic peels are great for aging skin, smoothing wrinkles, and brightening dull skin. Glycolic peels are stronger than lactic, so is better suited for thickened, sun-damaged, and open-pored and oily skin, not suited for dry or sensitive skin. And salicylic peels are great for oily, congested, blemish-prone skin types because they help to exfoliate dead cells while unclogging the pores and oil buildup that causes pimples and blackheads. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast and tune in each week for the latest beauty news and trends. If you have any comments or questions, you can connect with me on my Instagram account at Jana Elston. That's JANAELSTON. You will find the link in my show notes. Until next time, have a beautiful week.